Hello. So, uh, wow, this is exciting times that we're living through. I don't want to live through exciting times. I'd rather live through quite boring ones, to be honest. 2016 has been a shitty year in many respects. Anyway, that links in to the video that I was wanting to make for a while anyway, and I thought, well, if we're going to do this video, let's do it today, the day after a reality TV personality has been elected President of the United States. So, mental health, depression, feeling like crap, these are problems that everybody faces. Life is tough, life is painful, it's filled with grief and rejection and mortality, loneliness, frustrations, being unfulfilled, having to do mundane things that you don't want to do, all that sort of stuff. Life is difficult and it is hard. I have that experience, and everyone does. And I think we should all look after each other and empathise with each other because of that. It affects all of us. I think students in particular have a very difficult time. It's very tough. Most of the research does show that mental health among students is a really concerning problem. There's very high levels of depression and anxiety. I saw a figure out last month that 15% of students think about killing themselves, committing suicide at any point in their undergraduate, in the UK, that is, those figures. And that's really sad. It is really grim and really upsetting. It's perhaps, of course, inevitable from what is quite a stressful time of life. It involves a lot of transitions. It is quite competitive, it's quite ruthless. There obviously is a lot of pressure to do well in exams and assignments, things like that. What I would try to say to people is, whatever it is that is getting you down, whatever it is that is upsetting, so maybe, dating isn't going very well, or you've had a breakup, you've fallen out with people, you find it hard to socialise, maybe grief, the loss of a loved one, maybe it's stress and anxiety, the pressures of, doing crappy mundane things like going shopping. I hate going to the supermarket and thinking, what should I have for tea? Like, every day you have to find something new to cook for tea, and it's just, what do I have? I can't afford so many things. I don't like the taste of so many other things. What's left? I don't want to just eat, salmon yet again. I like salmon, but God, I've had it like 3 nights in a row. I'm totally bored. What else can I eat? It's a minor problem, but it is one. I get stressed about it. So, life's tough, life's hard, being a student's tough, being a student's hard, all these sorts of things. I think my only sort of advice, and I try not to give people advice because I've been on the receiving end of much crappy advice over the years, but I would try to say to people is carry on. Things are tough. You have to wade through a lot of shit. Sometimes you'll feel lousy, and it's perfectly okay to feel lousy and to wallow in that. After Brexit, I remember I was really depressed for months, and I didn't want to be particularly, but I couldn't help it because it had quite serious implications for things that I believe are important and for my job, stuff like this. I don't actually feel quite as bad. Maybe that was good training for now Trump getting elected, who obviously I also don't agree with. I also think has problems and negative implications for people, and it's quite frightening for many people that members of minority groups and stuff like this. But I'm trying to think, okay, I'm not going to wallow so much in self-pity this time. And it's fine for people that do. If you want to go and have a drink or eat a load of cake or whatever it is that you do as your coping mechanism, do it. Coping mechanisms are very valuable and are very important. But they can only last for so long. I think after that, you need to move on. You need to try and look for new things that are positive, new things that you can do. And that is difficult when you feel lousy, when you feel miserable and depressed. You just want to curl up and stay in bed all the time. I mean, it's 12:40 and I've got my cardigan on, but down here it's pyjama bottoms and I've still not turned up to work yet. I'm going to go get the next train, but I don't really want to. But I will force myself to do that because it'll be good for me. So force yourself, go out there, and if you carry on walking through the world, plodding through, carrying on engaging with it, there is so much good in the world. There are lots of nice things, and the universe generally, if it has a lot of negatives, it does have a lot of positives as well, and it's something to keep looking for, keep trying to find, and hopefully things look the darkest before the dawn, and things can change and can turn positive really very quickly. So I'll finish off with a quick story about me. It's all about me always. I've been doing a lot of research over the summer. I've been looking at narcissism, which is an interesting area of research that links to marketing. And it was new for me. It was something that I've not researched before, so I was quite excited. It was interesting. It was quite ambitious as well, because I didn't know whether I'd be any good at this or not. Anyway, I've been submitting articles since the beginning of the summer this year to different journals, trying to get published my ideas and my writing and research about narcissism. And I wasn't getting anywhere. I've not been getting anywhere for months, and I was starting to get more and more, sort of frustrated and anxious, thinking, am I just not good enough? Have I wasted the last 6 months of my life at work because, maybe I'm not particularly good. Maybe I've not understood this concept very effectively. Maybe I've not written about it very well. Jesus, if I've just spent all that time and effort doing something that I can't get published for, that is really depressing. And then on Monday, it came to a head. I had a rejection from a paper saying that it was quite a good paper, but they're not interested. They don't want it. The research wasn't thorough enough, so that was making me feel lousy. And I then happened also to have 2 job applications turned down. I wasn't particularly wanting to go for these jobs, but I wanted to know that I was potentially, a candidate that was worth being interviewed, to make sure that, I'm good and I come across as good. I've got a strong CV, which obviously implies that I don't. And these were very basic jobs. And so I was thinking, God damn, I'm obviously not doing good. I'm not good at my job. I'm not doing very good. What's wrong with me? So I was feeling really, really depressed. And I was just saying this to my colleagues. We were having a nice conversation over lunch. Also talking about how Hillary Clinton was definitely going to win. Fine. That was me saying that. How stupid. Everyone else was saying she probably won't. I was like, no, it'll be fine. So anyway, I was feeling miserable. But then I went back to my office and I opened my email, and I had one from another journal that I'd sent a paper to probably 5-6 months ago, and I'd not heard back from them for ages, which was making me think it was probably a rejection, same as all the others, waste of time. And so I was really nervous because I saw this email headline was from this journal, and I was thinking, oh God, I can't take any more rejection today. I just can't. And so I nearly didn't bother reading it. I thought, no, I can't. I feel too fragile. But I did. I read it, and it was an acceptance. It was a really nice acceptance saying your paper's great. We'll print it. We just need you to proofread it, and we'd like to print it. And it was really, really nice. And so my day went from being crappy, starting to get quite depressed and anxious about work, to being really, really positive and really, really good. Then it went crappy again when Donald Trump won. So I got rejected, accepted, Trump got elected. There's a poem in there somewhere. Basically, things are very up and down. They can change very fast. You can go from very positive to very negative and back again really quickly. So if you feel lousy, if you feel like crap, and maybe you feel like crap this morning, I would very much understand if you did, particularly if you're an American. What I would try to say is, keep going. Life is hard, but life is long, and life is full of lots of good things as well. So keep going if you can. Keep trying. And who knows, the next time you open your email, it might not just be some spam from some fake Viagra seller or a Nigerian prince. It might be, a contact from a friend that you've not spoken to for a while, or a really nice invitation to someone's wedding, or some good news from work. Something good. Hope you have a nice day, everyone.